Hi guys, it's Paula and I hope you are doing well. Today we are going to be doing check-in number 3 for my Modern Renaissance palette by Anastasia Beverly Hills. This all started about a year and a half ago. People were posting videos that their palettes had gone bad. At first I wasn't thinking too much about it. I thought maybe it was clickbait. And then a good friend of mine on Instagram posted that her palette had gone bad and I was shook. So all of a sudden I started taking this a little bit more seriously because basically I've had this sitting in my drawers for a while now, a few years, and I haven't used it a whole lot. So I thought I'm gonna start checking in with this palette every couple months, test it out, see if I can notice any difference from one check-in to the other, see if I have any troubles with this palette, and get some use out of it. I also started looking at the cost per use. That is a topic that Clinton and Stacy from What Not to Wear used to talk about when discussing clothing, and how regardless of how much you spend on an item, you should really be looking at the cost per use, and the more you use the item, the lower the cost per use gets. So I thought I would apply it to this palette. So for the record, this is the 9th time I'm using this palette, and that brings my cost per use down to $4.66 since this is a $42 palette. My goal is to use this enough eventually to the point where it's pennies per use, but I'm a long way from there. So we're at $4.66 per use. As an additional challenge today, I am going to try and do a full face using this palette, not just an eye look today. So what you see on my face right now is all of my cream products. I have put on cream foundation, cream highlight, cream bronzer, cream blush. I've primed my eyelids. I've set my under eyes with a loose setting powder. I've set my eyelids with a skin colored eyeshadow, and that's it. Everything else you're going to see is going to be coming from this palette. Apparently, this is a thing that used to go around, a full face using the Modern Renaissance palette. I'd never seen anybody do a video about it, but my girlfriend, Care for Nature, has been patiently waiting and requesting me to do this video forever. So here you go, girlfriend. I'm finally doing it full face using this palette. So for today, I'm going to try and use this palette for my eye look, obviously, but I'm also going to try and use it for my bronzer, my blush, my highlighter, and my brows. So in my other hand is a handful of brushes. So this is all I'm going to be using today. Wish me luck. I'm going to start with bronzer because that's typically what I do after I finish all of the cream products. My absolute favorite brush for bronzing is this e.l.f. complexion brush. It's like $3. It's very big for an eyeshadow pan, but we're gonna try and use it. Here is the state of my palette right now. And I think the best shade for bronzing, I'm tempted to go with burnt orange, but that could be a huge mistake. Maybe I'll mix a little bit of burnt orange and warm taupe together. So I might do a little bit of this and a little bit of this. I don't know. I'm gonna have to pinch my brush together to make sure I only pick up the product I wanna pick up and nothing else. I'm gonna start with burnt orange and see how it goes. It could be my perfect bronzer. I really like to bronze more than contour, so I like a warm colored powder. Oh boy. Get that little hair out of the way. All right, I'm gonna start in the very corner of my forehead. Okay, that's not, what is that? I don't know what that was. That color is actually not bad as a bronzer. Gave me a little bit of warmth. I did have cream bronzer on already, so I don't need much. Let's do back here a little bit. My kids are talking about zombies biting brains right now.
It's like zombie
Oh, he's playing Plants vs. Zombies? Well then, that's an appropriate conversation. Okay, I might add some more later, but for now, I think I'm going to stop there because I need to tackle blush next. All right, I am using my Real Techniques blush brush. This guy right here, I use this every single day. I have other blush brushes that I like, but I've just been in the habit of reaching for this one. It's a good brush. And I think I'm going to have to mix 2 shades for blush. I think I'm gonna tap between Love Letter and Buon Fresco. And see how that goes. I'm scared. I'll feel much better once this part is done. This is the part I've been dreading. Oh, wow, okay, yep, pretty pigmented. It looks more pigmented in my phone than it does. I have a teleconference in like 20 minutes, so hopefully I won't be looking too much like Bozo the Clown. What do you guys think? My palette is looking a little bit powdery right now. I don't know if you can tell, but there's a lot of kick up happening here. Okay, for highlighting, I always use my Morphe M501 brush. I like this brush for highlighting. It's this shape and it's a good highlighting brush. And I think I'm gonna go in with Vermeer, the more lighter, pinkier out of the 2 highlighting shades in the palette. Primavera is a little bit too gold for my taste. I like the pinkier highlights better. Oh boy, that picked up so much powder. All right, I'm applying Vermeer as my highlighter. Oh boy. Oh boy. That might look nice in the viewfinder, but in real life, oh boy. It's a little like I painted a white stripe on my, oh, there's so much kick up going on over here. So much kick up. My eyebrows are getting crazy. I'm not adding any additional product to highlight my nose, just whatever's left over on the brush. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm kind of relieved that that's over. Let's just do the brows since we're covering all of the other non-eyeshadow looks. I'm going to go in with Cypress Umber. Maybe I'll mix a little bit of Warm Taupe in for the front. Actually, that's exactly what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna use Warm Taupe. I'm going to use Warm Taupe in the inner part of my brow and Cypress Umber for the outer part of my brows. Scoot in. Oh, Warm Taupe is plenty dark enough for me. Let's go in with Cypress Umber. Just, I hope it's not, oh my goodness, that's pretty pigmented. Glad I didn't do that in my whole brow. Whoa.
I love you.
I love you too.
No, but
Oh boy, my brows are never this bold. This is bold. Bold. Bold brows.
good bad.
What do you guys think?
No bad.
Do I look like I have two caterpillars crawling on my face? Yeah? Are they caterpillars? Don't smack it. Don't eat it. That's a nail file, you goof.
It's good for dental.
Okay, so that I don't smudge my fabulous brows, I'm going to set them in place with my Brow Boss from ColourPop. That's what it's called, right? Yeah, Brow Boss gel. It's almost gone. I'm scraping the sides like this. Oh my gosh. Oh boy. Hopefully this will calm it down a little. I doubt it. This is really bold. I'm usually going for a much more understated brow look than this. Maybe it'll be my new favorite brow look. Let's get to the eyes so that the brows don't look quite as dramatic. Okay, I am feeling orange. I'm wearing my same aqua shirt that I wear every day, it seems like. As soon as I wash it, I put it back on. It's got these like half sleeves, so it's a good spring shirt. And it's baggy and comfy. All right, so I am going to start with burnt orange, and I'm gonna apply burnt orange to my crease, and then I'm gonna go in with Realgar to deepen it up. And I'm gonna use the ABH brush that comes with the palette. So far, I'm not having any problem with these shadows. They don't appear to be functioning any differently. I've talked about this in previous videos as far as some of the things that I've learned that I should be looking out for as signs that the palette is going bad. And so far, it's been good. I mean, there is a ridiculous amount of kick up in this palette, especially for poor Vermeer, but I don't think that has anything to do with the age of the palette. I think it's been like that since the day I bought it. All right, I'm going in with Realgar now. It is really tempting to just blow all that powder off. I mean, whoa. All right, I'm gonna take the other side and apply some of the burnt orange and Realgar to my lower lash line. I posted about this on my Insta stories a couple days ago, Saturday. But I've been binge watching old videos of Jaclyn Hill from like 7 years ago. The good old days. It is so nice to stare at her beautiful face and to see her do her thing again. She was one of the first YouTubers I followed. I got on YouTube. I didn't get on YouTube. I started watching YouTube back in 2009. The very first YouTuber I ever watched was It's Judy Time. And then shortly after that, I found Jaclyn Hill and Emily Noel 83. And those three were the YouTubers I watched for a long time until I found others. But somewhere along the way, I felt like she changed and I unfollowed her. I stopped subscribing to her, and I really missed the old Jaclyn. I don't know what she's like now. I haven't watched her in such a long time, but I love going back to those old videos and binge watching them. All right, I'm gonna take Primavera and put that on the inner half of my eyelid with my finger. This golden tone looks so pretty with the orange shadows. All right, I think I'm gonna go in with a little bit of red ochre and just deepen up the outer half of my eyelid. Oh, come on. Here's red ochre right there. Not right now, not right now.
Okay. Final one.
Oh, brow bone highlight. Tempera, of course. I'm gonna use tempera. I use tempera. I think in every video I use tempera for a brow bone highlight. All right, since I have a boatload of powder in Vermeer, I'm just gonna take a little bit of it with my pinky and pop it in the inner corner of my eyelid. Okay. I think I'm okay with the blush the way it is. I am going to apply mascara, a lip product, and eyeliner, and I will be right back with the finished look. I'm gonna do something with my hair first too. Okay guys, I'm back. This is the finished look. I ended up just applying some of my Boss liquid lipstick from Bare Minerals. That's in my Partners in Cream project pan. So it's just a simple neutral lip. I have my brown mascara. No, I have my brown eyeliner that I'm trying to finish up from my A to Z project pan and some mascara, and that's all I did. I did kind of fix my hair a little bit. So this is the finished look. In all, I was able to use 10 out of the 14 shades from this palette in this look today. So I'm very happy. The ones I did not use are Golden Ochre. I didn't use Antique Bronze. I didn't use Raw Sienna. And I did not use Venetian Red. Yeah. But I used the other 10 eyeshadows in the palette. So that's a good way to make the most out of this palette if you're panning it, or if you've run out of blush or eyebrow powder or bronzer. I do think that Burnt Orange made a really nice bronzer, and I think that mixing Love Letter and Buon Fresco did create a suitable blush. But that was the part of this look that I was the most nervous about. Putting Love Letter on my cheeks was a little bit scary. I'm glad it all worked out in the end, but yeah, I held my breath through that part. The rest of it was not that scary at all. The brows ended up being a little bit scary, but I'm okay with it. Am I growing on these darker brows? Are these darker brows growing on me? I don't think so, but with my eye look, it's a little bit more tolerable. So, all right, so I feel like this was another successful look with the palette. I really enjoyed it. I have no complaints about this palette today. I will continue to monitor it every few months and check back in and let you guys know how it's going. But today was a good one. Hopefully, so far I haven't had any... So far, I haven't had any problems with my eyeshadows fading throughout the day or anything like that. So I will keep an eye on that and maybe put something in the comment section down below if I had any trouble with it. But I'm not expecting to have any difficulties with longevity for these eyeshadows. That hasn't been an issue with them. All right, guys, that is it for this look. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye. That's something I used to love that's a topic that I used to love when that's a topic that Clinton and Stacy from What Not to Wear